right, let's start with a little gratitude practice. So I'm going to invite you right away to go ahead and close your eyes and join me in a short mindfulness meditation practice. Closing our eyes, just going to breathe into our bodies. A little slower and a little deeper than usual. Just feeling what's alive, feeling the support of the earth below. Relaxing a little more with every breath. With the next breath in, bringing your awareness into the heart. As we breathe directly into the heart, we're going to count to 6 seconds. And breathe all the air out to begin with. Then counting in, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Breathing out, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi. Continuing to breathe directly into the heart and counting to 6 seconds. Imagine now, allow whatever comes up that you're most grateful for right now. Whatever surfaces, let it arise. And as you're breathing out, feeling the feeling of that gratitude starting to surround you. Filling up the space you're in. And when you're breathing in, allow that gratitude to expand, and the breath to expand your heart, and really feel the gratitude. Any thoughts that come in, allow them to float away like clouds, focusing back in on the count. As you count to 6 seconds, in and out, and the feeling of the gratitude. Imagining your week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even. Imagining everything that is worthy of celebration. Every small step is a big step. Any progress you've made, all the connections. Just imagining everything this week that you're grateful for. personal relationships, business, inner work, inner growth. Any small breakthroughs or big breakthroughs. Feel the gratitude as you breathe directly in and out of the heart, counting to 6 seconds as you do. Imagining the people in your life that mean the most, that you love the most. You're just breathing in the gratitude for them. As you breathe out, sending out blessings their way. Now imagining yourself maybe looking in a mirror or just feeling the feeling of gratitude for yourself, your God-given gifts, for all the ways that you show up in the world, for the growth that you've had, for your being, for your essence, for the love within. For those things that other people tell you they're grateful for about you. Breathe that in as you count to 6 seconds in, breathing directly in and out of the heart. Now shifting into today, imagining your day from start to end, anything that you have planned. What are the 3 biggest priorities that you have today? Imagine the connections, the progress, whatever it is you have planned in your day. Going perfectly. Breathe in the feeling and sense the senses. What does it feel like? Smell like? Taste like? Look like? Sound like? What ways are you nourishing yourself today? Accessing your creativity, progressing in meaningful endeavors, building relationships, making progress in your priorities. Now coming back to this moment, we'll breathe into our body, feeling the blood flow. Focusing now on your belly button. As you breathe directly into the belly button, breathing into your stomach, your lower chest, all the way to the top of the lungs and chest, filling up entirely and holding it at the top, allowing the feeling of this gratitude to saturate every single cell in your body, imagining light in every cell. When you can no longer hold it, release it and breathe in naturally, slowly, peacefully. Wiggling the fingers and toes. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Hello. So we'll talk about presence. We're a lot more present now. What we just did is we accessed the intelligence of the heart, created coherence in the heart, which changes the brain state. Anytime when we feel we're stressed, anxious, or not present. A lot of times when we're not present, we're in the future and we're anxious. We're worried about things. Or we're in the past and we're in maybe some pain that we haven't healed. We're focusing on different things that are not really serving us. And so coming back in the present moment, having gratitude, it's the same vibration as love. So we're shifting our inner being in our heart space, and it changes our brain state from beta to alpha. So presence practices allow us to really be focused or productive, connect with other people, really connect with the moment more. The mind is fertile soil. So in the present moment, we can plant seeds when we are present that are healthy, that bring us happiness and joy, or peace, compassion, understanding, appreciation, acceptance. We can do these things intentionally. And so, as fertile soil, again, we can plant weeds, or we can plant fruit trees. So looking at the long-term vision of our lives, the long-term vision of how our big missions and visions are coming into being. And of course, planning is really important. So planning and creating a strategy, all those things. And then we come back into the present moment and we implement. As Lao Tzu says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And so mindset is 90% of our success. Mindset is 90% of our success. So the more that we plant these herbs and other crops, fruits and vegetables, the less the weeds have a chance to grow and they start replacing them. This is what habits do for us. So looking at your life right now and filling into habits and how, again, 95% of our lives are run from the unconscious state of mind. So reprogramming 1 or 2 habits at a time, that's the only way that we scientifically can actually move forward and without getting overwhelmed or underwhelmed. So there's a magic space between underwhelm and overwhelm. Planting those seeds, what is a habit that would help empower you most right now in your life? Is it conscious languaging and empowering languaging? That self-talk, those planting those seeds, those thoughts. Is it paying attention to that? Is it paying attention to what your environment is and what you're allowing in other people to plant, whether it's television or other people's perspective or thoughts or opinions. Is it how maybe you're people pleasing and worried about other people and your value is outside of yourself? Maybe it's self-worth and self-appreciation, self-acceptance, self-love. Maybe it's presence practices, more breathing, conscious breathing, being in nature, feeling the senses. Maybe it's visualizing and really finding that meditative practice of imagining the future every single day in more and more detail in different ways, so that it is not a matter if it happens, it's when. It's leveraging the prefrontal cortex within the frontal lobe, the most advanced part of our brain, where we can imagine things as if they're real. So using those faculties not to worry about and be anxious about the future, but to create a future that feels good, moving towards that in a way that the lifestyle that you're really desiring, the financial freedom, the mental freedom, the emotional growth, the spiritual connection. So what is it in your life? Maybe it's physical health that you're really working on and working toward. What is it in your life that you can plant that seed and create those habits for the next 30 days? And then from there, 100 days, and whenever you go from commitment to you do it because you enjoy it, that's whenever it becomes a part of our being. Maybe it's reading more books or a book and implementing it. Maybe it's marketing, learning about that. Maybe it's making more connections and alliances, more enriching relationships. There's so many things that we can do. So it's really getting clear on what it is for you and where you're at right now, prioritizing. What is the one thing in your life that if you implemented that, it would make everything else either so much easier or not necessary? Any of the other things that you might have been planning to do. So this is, again, just refocusing on priorities. Oftentimes we get sidetracked and distracted with all of these things that we want to do, and they're all great and we're helping people, and yet we can only focus on and do so much, and what we focus on expands. And if we focus on nothing, we're like a shotgun as opposed to a laser. So we're never going to really hit the target and fulfill our mission, or even feel that fulfillment of moving forward and helping people in a magical way, or in a way that we feel we have gifts to share. So what is that one thing, that one priority that will help you where you're at most? If you're in business, a lot of times it's creating more revenue or prospecting. Maybe it's creating systems if you already have a good amount of income coming in. Maybe it's creating a team if you're ready for that and get support. So whatever it is that you feel is most important to you, figure out that one thing, and then you'll find out 3 branches of that one thing. As an example, getting more revenue. Okay, what are 3 ways to grow your business, to market? Well, one is building referral relationships, right? Another is using social media and reaching out to people there. Another way is maybe doing some email marketing. And they all can relate, by the way, so just figuring out one main thing and then planning accordingly and time blocking so that you're actually making the time on your calendar consistently and creating systems around that so that you can make that consistent progress. Maybe it's getting a mastermind group together once a week so you have consistency again. Maybe it's making calls every day in the morning from 9 to 11. And imagining within your time blocking, you're making space not just for the business tasks, but also for taking breathing breaks or, for your morning rituals and your evening rituals. So this is really about getting clear with all of those things that are most important to us, and then putting those into a time block calendar where we're able to be reminded and we can actually keep track and have some accountability. That's for another conversation. Accountability is huge. We'll start with the time blocking and getting clear on the priorities so you can make the space and time for those things that are most important. So again, we don't get stuck or lost in the things that are least important. So thank you so much for joining me. This is all about fulfillment. And so as we move forward in our lives and we make progress and we're present with that ability of us sharing our gifts, everything else will flow naturally. We'll magnetize those people, places, and things in our lives that make it easier for us. And of course, we'll be happier, healthier, and we'll share that naturally with other people. That's the biggest gift we can share with other people is for us to be happy and share that with them and be of service. Have a beautiful, blessed day.